What's up, Scorpios? This is Jesse with 44 Astro with a bonus Halloween tarot reading. It's for, of course, Halloween. The energies around Halloween and beyond. Ooh, it wanted to stop right there. I'm just going to do a 3-card spread with the Golden Dawn deck, which is, was designed by the White Magicians. And then you got I'm going to clarify with the Thoth deck, which was designed by Aleister Crowley, who was definitely a dark magician. Halloween, or All Saints, or Halloween, All Saints Eve, Samhain, all the different names for it. I mean, Samhain is where it derived from, the Celtic holiday celebrating the harvest. But later, of course, it became Halloween, All Saints Eve, all the different names for it. But it was really for just celebrating the dead, and it's in the time of Scorpio, of course, and it's the time where harvest is, when everything is dying and everything's cold and you can't really grow anything. And then it's the death and the rebirth, right? It's just going to be a waning gibbous, the moon. It's not going to be it's not full or new. But the moon still affects us, whether it's full or moon or not. I mean, it really affects us when it's full, if you haven't noticed. But with that being said, it will be in the 6th mansion of the moon, which is 11. It'll be 11 degrees Gemini. And I'll put up a picture of the 6th mansion of the moon. For Scorpio ascendant, the moon on Halloween will be in your 8th or 7th house. And, 8th house is Scorpio's house, right? You got the Ace of Pentacles right here. Could be something big for Scorpio money-wise. 8th house is that mystical house. That's the Halloween house as far as I'm concerned, Sex, rebirth, inheritances, stuff like that. Depth. But, Scorpio's a very psychic sign, so it's a very good very good time for rituals. If you're into rituals, into meditations, things like that, it's a good time for it. It's also a good time to just go hang out with your friends, right? Go celebrate, do, a costume party or Halloween costume contest, that type of thing. It's good for all that. Good time of year. But I'm just going to give you, general reading. It's for Scorpio moon. Ooh, got 2 for Scorpio. Scorpio moon, ascendant, sun, stellium. I have a stellium in Scorpio, as well as having it as my sun, and having a few planets there clearly because I have a look at the bigger picture, and communication is key. So you got the new moon in Gemini. Communication is key. So communication is going to be important around this time, and it doesn't just have to be around Halloween. It could also be for the life energies around now. It could be 6 months from now. It's hard to say because everyone's different, and this is a general reading. Look at the bigger picture. So you got a Gemini and a Sagittarius card. That's the same axis, the 3rd and the 9th house. It's all about communication. It's all about learning, travel. That's what that's all about. That's the only reason I mentioned it is because it's Gemini and Sagittarius. That's both sides of the axis. They're each other's solar opposites. Sorry for sniffing. I just went outside. It's kind of cold out there and rainy and gross. The 3 cards you got is the 5 of Cups, which is kind of just being disappointed in and of itself. It's called the Lord of the Loss and Pleasure, but you also have it with the Princess of Swords, which is Wisdom. And then you have the Lord of Victory, which is the 6 of Wands, and that's pretty straightforward with the Lord of Victory. And in this deck, there is eagle heads on, this. And if you understand, in ancient times, Scorpio wasn't a scorpion. It was always represented by the eagle. But Scorpio is also the only sign that's represented by multiple different animals. It's where the lesser mysteries go to the greater mysteries. And there's a whole story I could go into about, Scorpio's levels and how we evolve and our role in the zodiac, but I'm not going to do that. This is going to be a short, general reading for Halloween specifically, and beyond. It just depends on the Scorpio, because all of us are born at different moments, different years, So it's all going to be different. Some of us are going to be, like I said, sun, moons, or risings, or just a lot of planets in Scorpio, or a lot of aspects on a specific planet like Pluto in Scorpio, that type of thing. And I do have Pluto in Scorpio. But it looks like you're some kind of like, you have some kind of wisdom, right? I think it feels like that, and there's Scorpio on this card, right? It's Mars and Scorpio, right? So it's saying the Lord of Loss and Pleasure, but I feel like some kind of truth or wisdom that's coming out, right? That's what this card represents in this deck. It represents wisdom, truth. It's going to bring like victory, or the feeling of like, overcoming whatever this sadness or depression is. It's something I can relate to because I've been kind of down, mainly because I caught COVID and that kept me way down. So it's hard to feel kind of up when you can't taste or smell anything and you feel really sick for a few weeks. I kind of messed my mojo up, but I feel like I'm coming out of it now. I myself am a Scorpio sun and have, like I said, a stellium and a bunch of other things in Scorpio. So I can relate to this a little bit on my own. But it looks like there's some kind of like, I don't know, just wisdom or a thought process that changes that's helping Scorpio see things. Instead of seeing, the 3 overturned cups in the traditional deck, you're seeing the 2 full cups and understanding that that's what's important, what you got, and you're okay with that. And it's all love. It says, look at the bigger picture, and communication is key, right? Communication is key a lot of the time. So when it comes to our relationships, communications is key. I mean, just in general, our role in the world, dealing with anything or anyone. And our lives are all about experiences, specifically experiences with others. So yeah, communication is absolutely key, how we do it. It's saying, look at the bigger picture, and I think that's what this wisdom is in this Princess of Swords, is being able to see the bigger picture. Understanding that, yeah, you may not have all these things that you desire, but guess what? You have everything that you need and more. Really. You have everything that you need. It's all good. Oh, yeah. Got the Scorpio card. I mean, you got this card, which is happiness, on the 5 of Cups. So that's a wish. Maybe a wish comes true around this time, or something that makes you really happy. Pardon the coughing. It's still the COVID lingering around 3 weeks later. That stuff does not want to go away. And you got transformation on this wisdom. Something comes in, maybe some kind of idea or some kind of just different outlook comes in and transforms the way you look and feel about things. And you got on the victory, you got debauch, but I don't really look at it I don't look at it in a bad way, because I feel like it's victory over this, because this is the little card, right? This is the darkness, and this is the light. This is the good deck. So it feels like victory over confusion, right? Over like too many ideas, over like maybe like desires overtaking your mind, focusing so much more on desires and what you don't have than what you actually do have. Which, you have what is around you, your family, and maybe Halloween will show you that. You go out and have a really good time with the people that you really care about and that you love, and you really realize, man, I do got it good. That's kind of what it's screaming here. And, communicating. Communicating is key. Communicate to the people that you care about, that you do care about them, right? Look at the bigger picture. That, like, realistically, it's all good. And I think you're going to see it that way. And I think it's like some kind of transition. I mean, it's our time of year, right? We're moving into Scorpio time of year. I imagine that things are just going to feel a lot better. The energy is going to feel a lot better. And we're going to see it that way. But anyway, so I have Scorpio. It looks like it's a nice transformation going into this time of year. Looks like things are about to get Scorpionic up in here, because it's that time of year. And happy birthday to all you Scorpios out there. I wasn't born in October. I was born in November, the 13th, as a matter of fact, Scorpio number. But either way, please consider liking, subscribing, and commenting. I guess it helps with the algorithm. I literally lost 2 subs on my last sets of videos, but I did kind of take a break, but I was sick and had to travel to Seattle, so maybe that had something to do with that. I don't know. But hopefully, if you do like, subscribe, and comment, it will help. Either way, thanks for being here, and hopefully I'll see you here again, and happy Halloween, and happy transformation this Samhain.